As you watch this video, a highly guarded facility stands shrouded in secrecy and mystery somewhere in the empty depths of the Nevada desert. Its name alone is enough to conjure images of extraterrestrial life forms, advanced technology, and government cover-ups. Area 51. For decades, rumors and conspiracy theories have circulated about what goes on behind its fortified walls, leaving many to wonder what really is there. It seems like every time we try to make our peace and be a bit silent about Area 51, something just happens. And that's what we'll be looking at today. About 120 miles northwest of Las Vegas on Nevada State Highway 375, between mile marks 90 and 30, there is an unmarked dirt road. Even though you can't see any buildings from the asphalt, the track goes to Groom Lake Airport, which is also called Homey Airport on civilian aviation maps. For those who know, you know that this road goes to a military base with many unofficial names, including Paradise Ranch, Red Square, The Box, The Ranch, Nevada Test and Training Range, Detachment 3, and Area 51. Before World War II, silver and lead were mined in the area around Groom Lake. When the war started, the military took over the remote area and started doing research there, mainly testing nuclear bombs and other weapons. So why put a secret base in the middle of the desert? During the Cold War, when the CIA started making spy observation planes, the head of the CIA at the time, Richard Bissell Jr., realized that they needed a secret base to build and test prototypes. In 1955, he and Kelly Johnson, who designed planes for Lockheed, chose the remote airfield at Groom Lake as their base. The Nevada test spot was already on a map, but the Atomic Energy Commission added the base and called the spot Area 51. Engineers made the U-2 plane in just 8 months. It could fly at the height of 70,000 feet, which was much higher than any other plane at the time. This lets pilots fly much higher than Soviet radar, weapons, and enemy planes. After a Soviet anti-air missile shot down a U-2 in 1960, the CIA began building the A-12 at Area 51, which was the next generation of spy planes. At 2,200 miles per hour, the A-2 could fly across the entire United States in 70 minutes. It was almost impossible for radar to find it. The plane also had cameras that could take pictures of things on the ground that were only 1 foot long from a height of 90,000 feet. Years later, UFOs and aliens became part of the legends of Area 51. In 1989, Robert Lazar, a guy who said he had worked at Area 51, gave an interview to a Las Vegas news station. Lazar, who at the time went by the name Dennis to hide his identity, said that the US military was quietly studying alien technology in the Nevada desert, near a base that is now known all over the world as Area 51. In the interview from 1989 that started a whole new discussion, the claim sounded like something out of a science fiction movie. When his real name was found out months later, Bob Lazar said he worked at a secret site near Groom Lake, where alien technology was being reverse engineered or taken apart to figure out how it worked and if the Pentagon could copy it. After that, Area 51 was always linked to aliens. Lazar said that alien spaceships were kept and studied at Area 51, and that his job was to figure out how to make the technology for the military. But Lazar's qualifications were soon questioned. School records show that he had never attended the Massachusetts Institute of Technology or the California Institute of Technology as he said he had. But hey, is it not weird to you how people who try to talk about topics like these get shut off in some way or even disappear? At the time, though, experts at Area 51 were studying and making copies of advanced planes, but they were planes from other countries, not from space. Still, because of all the high-tech flights out of Area 51, like the more than 2,850 times the A-12 took off, reports of unidentified flying objects in the area went through the roof. The government finally admitted that Area 51 existed for the first time in 2013, when the CIA released papers about how the U-2 and A-12 planes were made. Before, people in the area knew something strange was going on in the desert, but they didn't have many details, and it was hard to be sure. Area 51 is still used as a base, but no one knows what it's been used for since the 1970s. At least a few more decades will pass before the public can see the work that is being done now. When a group of UFOologists looked at some photos taken in Nevada's Area 51, they found something amazing. Conspirators say that Area 51 is where the US military tries technology that comes from other planets. But all this could have been cleared when a UFO enthusiast made a joke about storming Area 51 on Facebook. Well, he did it as a joke, but federal and state law enforcement, on the other hand, took it very seriously and prepared for a violent response to stop revelers from entering the restricted area. Storming Area 51 is a difficult task, given the substantial security systems believed to exist around one of the world's most secure and classified military locations, as well as warning signs indicating that the use of deadly force is authorized. Anyone who has crossed the border and attempted to access the facility in the past has been immediately apprehended. High-tech sensors, cameras, motion sensors, and other warning systems surround Area 51, as do robust security guards armed with deadly weapons. And those sensors are everywhere, even underground. We don't know about you, but is this just not being a bit extra on enhancing security just for a military training facility? It's no doubt that Area 51 has been screaming red flags since the 1900s, and still is, even now. This happened when a group of UFOologists reviewing pictures from Area 51 in Nevada found an amazing discovery. It's a modern-looking triangular monolith or skyscraper. The tower stands on a circular foundation and is approximately 330 feet tall. The coordinates are 37 degrees, 14 minutes, and 44 seconds north, and 115 degrees, 49 minutes, and 22 seconds west. Another theory suggests that the building was designed to monitor the classified aircraft manufactured by Americans. Finally, a small group of UFOologists believe the system is nothing more than a hologram. Members of Area 51, on the other hand, make no pronouncements about the structure's objective. We can only assume as long as we're unaware of the actual facts. From UFO sightings, top-secret military projects, and high-end security to even people who have claimed to work on Area 51 alien missions. Is Area 51 really clean? Reports of UFOs, however, have a wide range of trustworthiness, which can be judged by the number of witnesses, whether or not the witnesses knew each other, the observing conditions such as fog, haze, or type of lighting, and the direction of the sighting. Most of the time, people go out of their way to report a sighting and think the object is from another planet or maybe a military craft. Most of the time, this conclusion is based on what looks like groups of objects moving information, movements that don't make sense and are often sudden, lack sound, change in brightness or color, and are strange shapes. It's well known that the eye can fool you if you don't help it. A bright light like Venus often looks like it's moving. Objects in the sky that seem to follow the car can also be scary for drivers. Visual impressions of the distance and speed of UFOs are also not very accurate because they're based on an assumed size and are often made against a blank sky with no background object like clouds or mountains to set a maximum distance. Could it be that this is the case, or is it what we are expected to believe? One thing is sure, the truth will always find its way.